Hello everybody, hope we're all safe and well. My name is McLeod and I'm a trainer assessor with the STA, which is Scottish Teaching Association. I deliver first aid courses throughout the country, and I've been asked by Renfrewshire Leisure to deliver to do a couple of wee videos for you on some first aid topics. Now, me personally, I feel that first aid is a very important skill to have because you never know when you're going to need it, no matter how basic your knowledge of it is or how advanced you are. Okay, so I'm just going to go through a couple of wee videos and hope you stay tuned and you can see them all. So the first topic we're going to go over today is adult CPR. Okay, so CPR stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation, and what you're doing when you're doing CPR is you're trying to keep that person alive so that they are able to get the further treatment they need. Okay, so the first thing that we look at doing when we're delivering CPR is we do a primary survey. Okay, now the primary survey over here for resuscitation, we create the acronym for it over here, I'll just show you, is Dr. ABC. Okay, so the things we do when we come into a situation is we check for danger. Now we check for danger for ourselves and for the casualty. There's no point in you trying to help somebody out if you're putting yourself in danger that you can end up injuring yourself. Okay, the next one is response. Now when you're doing the response check, which I'll show you in the mannequin, you're looking for any sort of response at all. Now a response could be from them opening their eyes, it could be a moan or a groan, it could be a movement, okay, it could be a flinch. So you're looking for any response at all to see if they're unconscious or whether they're not breathing at all. Next one we're doing is we check the airway. Okay, again I'll show you in the mannequin in a wee second. And basically you're just looking at the airway just to see if there's anything blocking that airway. Okay, things that could be blocking the airway could be sweets, it could be their own tongue as well. Okay, so you're checking the airway just by simply opening up the mouth and having a wee look inside. Once you've done that, okay, it shows you there actually, you're doing the head tilt chin lift, okay, and that then leads you on to the breathing check. Okay, so you do a breathing check for 10 seconds and you're doing three things when you're doing a breathing check. You're looking, listening, feeling in the casualty, and again I'll show you in a wee second how you do that. Alright, last one is circulation. Okay, so the great wee acronym for that is Dr. ABC. Now there's different ways to check circulation as well. When you're doing your chest compressions, you're helping the blood go around the body when you're pressing down the chest, okay, to try and pump that heart, the blood around the body as much as you can. That's you doing your circulation. You can always look at the casualty. If they're pale, they're cold, they're clammy, then obviously they've not got a lot of circulation as well. Okay, so that's a great wee acronym for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk you through the Dr. ABC, and I'm going to demonstrate CPR in this mannequin in a wee second. Alright, now there's quite a couple of ways that you can protect yourself when you're doing CPR. Okay, we call CPR barriers. Okay, now the first barrier that you might come across is this one here. This is what we call a face shield. Alright, you can actually see on that there that it gives you the instructions of how to put this face shield in place. Alright, and it's a great wee barrier when you're delivering a rescue breaths on somebody, because if they're sick or they've got blood or any mucus in their mouth, it's not going to come into contact with your mouth, which is ideal. That's exactly what you want to keep yourself safe. Alright, other thing we might come across, this one here, this is what we call a face mask. Okay, so you can clearly see the face mask goes over the casualty's mouth and nose. Okay, and basically you're breathing in through this wee one-way return valve, and it means that if they're sick or anything comes out of their mouth, it's not going to come in contact with your mouth. Okay, so it's a great wee CPR barrier. And what I'll do is, once I demonstrate on the mannequin, I'll demonstrate these CPR barriers as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow this Dr. ABC, is how I would deliver CPR on somebody. Okay, so the first thing you're looking for is you're checking for danger. You're having a look about, making sure there's nothing round about that's going to cause you any danger. Because remember, this isn't always going to be in work. It could be at the side of a road, so you might need to move the casualty away before you do your different things to them as well. Okay, so check for danger, no danger. Checking for response, hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Now you're checking for a response in both ears, because remember they could be partially deaf and they maybe only be able to hear you in one ear. Casualty's not responding. Next thing you want to do is have a look in the mouth. Nothing blocking the mouth, and your two fingers underneath the chin, palm on the top of the head, and you're doing your head tilt chin lift. And what you've done there, when you've done that head tilt chin lift there, you've opened up the airway. Okay, so you've opened up the airway, so if there's anything maybe in their airway, maybe it's their tongue, or maybe there's a sweet, by you opening up the airway, maybe it gets that dislodged. Okay, so you've opened up the airway and you're going to listen for breathing for 10 seconds. So your ear right down over the mouth and nose of the casualty, and you're looking down the sternum. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Casualty's not breathing, can I get an ambulance and a defib please? Okay, so ambulance is on its way, defib's on its way. Now because this is what we call a sudden collapse cardiac arrest casualty, we just need to get straight into chest compressions. So chest compressions is the centre of the chest, because as an adult, using 2 hands, and you're looking for a depth of 5 to 6 centimetres on the adult when you're doing your chest compressions. Now in this adult mannequin here, you'll hear a click. That's the correct depth. In real life you won't be hearing the click, okay, but you've just got to press down as hard as you can. So you've got to do 30 chest compressions with 2 breaths, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Pinch your nose, tilt the head back, 2 breaths. 1, 2, back in, 30 compressions. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Back in, 2 breaths. 1, 2, back in, 30 compression. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. This time I'm going to use the mask. Mask on, tilt the head back. 1, 2, mask off. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. This time it's the face shield. So face shield, just put that in the mouth. Pinch the nose, tilt the head back. 1, 2. Okay, back in, 30 compress. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Finish off in the 2 breaths. 1, 2. Now, there's 3 reasons you would stop CPR, guys. The first reason is where the adult or the person, the casualty, starts to regain consciousness, starts to breathe on their own. And you will see them starting to breathe on their own, okay? The colour will come back in their face, you'll see their chest rising normally, okay, and they will start to breathe on their own, so you don't need to do CPR for them. The next one is where you become physically exhausted. Now, this is exhausting, guys. A lot of people don't think it is until you actually do it, but it is, and especially in real life situation, where adrenaline's up here, it is exhausting, okay? And the last one is where qualified help arrives, i.e. paramedics or another fellow first aider that knows what they're doing, they come and take over. Okay, so they're the 3 reasons you would stop doing CPR on a mannequin or a casualty. Okay, now that's us done the danger response airway breathing there. Okay, so in the first few minutes after cardiac arrest, the casualty may be barely breathing or take infrequent noisy gasps. These are known as agonal gasps and should not be confused with normal breathing. If you're in any doubt, start CPR. Now, agonal gasps is the body's way of releasing excess air as well, okay? Now, if you want to see agonal gasps, guys, there's a YouTube video, if you want to log on to it, it's agonal gasps on Bondi Beach. Watch that video, it's really good and it shows you the gentleman having agonal gasp after he's been pulled out of the water. Okay, so it's a good video to watch. So that's Bondi Beach, agonal gasps on YouTube. Okay, next one. Sometimes after a casualty has a seizure-like episode when the heart is stopped, carefully consider if the casualty is breathing normally. Okay, so that's if you witness somebody having a seizure. Okay, somebody that's had a seizure, now 9 times out of 10 they're going to be breathing after that seizure because they might have a some sort of medical condition that causes them to have seizures, okay? But you should always make sure you check after every seizure. Always make sure you check for breathing, okay? So here we are here, so this is the sequence here. So we check for danger, we then check for response, we then open the airway, then we then normally check for breathing. Breathing wasn't present, so we called 999, sent for an AED. Then what we did is we started 30 chest compressions to 2 breaths, okay? And that's the sequence here. So your wee acronym for CPR, adult resuscitation, is Dr. ABC, okay? Again guys, these are really good skills to learn, okay? And I've taught numerous amount of people throughout the years, and I've actually had people come back to me and say that they've actually done this in real life and saved people's life, so they do work. They're great life skills to have, okay? That's us finished for tonight. I hope you all stay safe and stay well, and again I'll be doing a couple of more first aid topics, so stay tuned in. Thank you very much. See you later on guys, thank you.